guys. I wanted to make a video on about the 3-year mark, a little over 3 years, about 3.5 years since I got my CDL, and just kind of let you know where somebody in my ballpark would be about 3 years under your belt. I do flatbed, and this is during the financial crisis of late 2022 here in October, late October. I just wanted to talk about some things, as far as pay rates, and along with many other Americans right now, we're struggling to make ends meet because the cost of living is going up, and whatever company you work for is not increasing the pay rate. So you end up losing a big chunk of money. Taxes going up in paychecks, insurance, health insurance. But I just kind of wanted to, I made this video to vent, because I know a lot of you guys are feeling the same way. I'm married and have 2 kids, and I'm on a family insurance plan with the company that I work for, and we get paid bi-weekly, and it's about, with everything all said and done coming out, it's about $323 bi-weekly coming out every check. And I'm working overtime every week. I'm working about 65 hours a week, and the overtime pays for the insurance. So I'm not home a lot. I do get my weekends off, which is a very big plus, and I'm not complaining about that. I'm glad I get my weekends with my family, but something's gonna have to change. The era that we were in, a year and a half ago, it's drastically changed since then in this industry. And when I first started trucking, I was making, I think, $16 an hour, and probably what I'm making now, taking inflation into account, I'm probably making about $18 an hour once it's all said and done. Man, I'll tell y'all, back when I was driving a dump truck, I was bringing home anywhere from $750 to $900 a week. That was back in like September of 2019. And then I started driving a tractor in like January of 2020. So I didn't drive a dump truck very long. But when I drove the tractor, I got bumped up to $20 an hour. And then I had some mileage pay in there. It fluctuated a little bit, but I was bringing home about $1,000 a week when I first started driving a tractor. Of course, I didn't have insurance coming out. The company that I work for, they didn't have insurance. But so it's a sacrifice out of your paycheck when you're using company insurance. But I just think in America, not everybody can work 60 plus hours a week, and what it does to you mentally and physically. There's other flatbedders, you guys know how it is. You got to get out of the truck. There's a whole lot more than just driving, and those of y'all that drive full time, it's hard on the body as well. I don't know how some of you guys sit there for 8 or 9 hours at a time. I've had to do it before, and I didn't care for it. But I'm local. I'll have a long run every here and there. Long to me is like probably 500 something miles in a day. These are like maybe I'm probably doing on my long runs, 375, something like that. But I've done my fair share of mileage before. Anyway, I'm getting off track. It's just frustrating how you put in all these hours and then you look at your pay statements and you see how much insurance is coming out and all the overtime that you're working is paying for the health insurance. And on top of that, like I said before, companies are not raising the pay rates to match the inflation costs. And tried to have a conversation, with my company about it. A couple of my managers, they understand, but from their point, there's nothing they can do because it's a corporate decision. But there's some people that are in very situations to where they have no choice. They have to go where the money's at. And you got to weigh your options. How good does your company treat you that you're at right now? What's the equipment like? What's the maintenance like on the equipment? How do they treat you from an office standpoint to a driver standpoint? Are you just a driver for them, or do they actually care and try to make you happy? Because that's a big bonus. That's bonus points right there. Because if you come to work and you're not happy, you're automatically going to want to work somewhere else. You're going to want to find another job. So you're kind of, I'm just, some of y'all can probably answer this in the comments, but if you're at the 3-year mark and you're at that point, I'd say local drivers are averaging right now about $25 to $28 an hour. And I just feel like that companies can pay more. It's they don't want to pay more, but they can give a raise. I just want to see if anybody else was out there in the same boat as me. You feel like you work your butt off, and then you only get say by the time everything comes out, you make $2,400 in 2 weeks time gross. And then when it's all said and done, you get maybe between $1,600 and $1,700 to live on for 2 weeks. Well, some people might be able to make that work. And had it been 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, it would have been a lot easier to make that work. I don't see that happening now. My wife doesn't work right now. She's taking care of the kids, and that's the way that we want it, and it's a sacrifice that we both had to make with her not working right now. But I think it's a good sacrifice, because you wind up paying what she makes in daycare anyway. It's like another car payment. We both came to the agreement that that's where we want her to be. And it's hard on one income. I mean, anybody will tell you that. Even if you're some type of salesman or you work in an office. But I just think us as drivers, no matter where you work or what you do, we need to almost get together and stand up for fair raises and insurance rates. Call the HR hotline, call the benefits hotline. Tell them how outrageous the prices are. And I'm not saying that one person is going to make a difference, but you never know what happens when you get a, select group of people standing up. There's a guy that I watch, and you guys will probably know who he is too, but it's the Asian Mai show. It's he does trucking videos of every kind of trucking you can imagine, news, what's new in the trucking industry. It's a very informative YouTube channel, and I encourage you to go check that out, because a lot of stuff that I didn't know about what was happening in the industry, I found out from his channel. And so go check him out. And it's been forever since I made a video. I'll try to get better at doing these videos, but I just want to tell all y'all out there who are rolling the wheels every day, supporting your country and whatever type of trucking you do, I thank you. Because of you guys, I know how it is. And y'all be careful out there. There's idiots out here. And don't let anybody take advantage of you. You know what your worth is. And nobody else knows your worth except for you. And only you know what that is. You guys have a good day. Talk to you soon.